All right, next part is elimination of fines and fees. This is the other scary one. Right now, juvenile courts do collect fines and fees. We collect court costs. We collect costs of services. We assess costs for attorneys, and we collect. This piece of legislation gets rid of that. Now, I can tell you in my court, my philosophy is a little bit different. I don't assess anything. I don't make them pay for tether. I don't make them pay for drug tests. I don't charge them when I send them to a residential facility. We just don't. But that's a philosophical view of our court. Some courts are very different. So what this does is that it eliminates everything except for the crime victims' rights fees. That's a nominal fee that's assessed to every case.
$25.
$25. And then the restitution. Restitution is important because if I'm going to collect any money, I want to collect restitution. I want to make those victims whole. That's the big thing. So it still allows for collection of restitution and the crime victim rights fees. The theory is that the 75% reimbursement, bless you, should make up for this. I think that every court that we've looked at and had those conversations with, there has not been any issues with that. So I think out of my, again, $6 million budget, I collect 40 grand. So I'm going to lose 40 grand, but I'm going to make 1.6 million. So I'll take that trade-off any day. Any questions about this? I know this is scary. Have you had those conversations with your folks in the courts? Just depending on what county you're in, it just may look different. I know counties that have detention centers where they like bill the parents. They'll bill them $150 for the stay. I mean, the reality is you're not getting most of that money anyway.
It's true.
But I know Macomb County, for instance, I'll use them as an example. They were really heavily collecting fines and fees for a long time. And our counterpart in Macomb kind of did a big push to get rid of that. And that was a couple of years ago, and it's not much. It's not a big issue anymore. And it's a lot easier for the parents. I mean, these kids aren't walking into adulthood with this huge debt over their head. They're going to have enough stuff going on. They don't need to have to worry about paying the court $100 a month for, the next 30 years. So,
well, and those fees, they really do add up. So with a youth facility where we charge $175 or more a day, you think a kid's in there for 30, 60, 90 days, 120 days or more. That's a substantial dollar amount. Every felony is $68. Every, offense you have is a $25, minimum cost for CVRA. You have a lot of expenses, attorney fees, tether at $7 a day. You have a DNA or a drug screen that's $20 if you send it to the lab. So you think about that over the course of probation. Many of these kids are coming out with thousands, tens of thousands of dollars that they are responsible for, that their parents are also responsible for, parents whom in some situations are the victims in these cases. And so fundamentally, this was a change that probably was a long time coming. And again, being able to focus your collection attempts at restitution, that's really where we should be focusing, is to make victims whole in the end. So it really does change the paradigm and structure to be able to, again, focus our attention where we probably should be, which again is restitution.